English 101 like? It was tough. I would say my the mistake on my part was to underestimate the amount of work we're gonna do in there. Um, I kind of felt like it would be something similar. Well, I understood that it's gonna be harder than English I mean English in high school, but yeah, I was definitely very taken aback when I started English 101 because I thought I was ready, but I wasn't. Just like any other class, it's definitely challenging. It requires your attention, requires a lot of work and a lot of dedication to that work. And yeah, I want to say that I have done a good job by breaking down the walls of writing an essay. Like I can now like fully say that I'm ready for college English. Too ready, too ready. All right, your best essay as a writer. Um, the best essay I would say would be the in-class reflection essay, the very last one we did. I feel like that definitely reflects everything about me because I put in my whole soul. Everything I learned in English 101 was put in that paper. Um, Definitely it's not my best because I work better in situations where I can actually think about what I want to write, but just putting all that words and everything into that paper was one of the best efforts that I believe that I put into that paper because God knows that I had no idea what I was going to say or put into that paper. But starting the whole thing, it started to come to me little by little, and I was able to, finish up that work in no time. So I feel like the in-class reflection that we did was definitely my best um, efforts as a writer. Three things I learned in English 101. First, ask questions because you got to clarify your assignment. Um, that was definitely hard for me because I am not a talker. Well, I started to become a talker at the end of English 101, but initially I was definitely very shy to talk or to ask questions, which is the downfall of a human being. The downfall. Don't ever be scared of asking questions or, just being that person in class that asks questions. Don't be scared. It's your grade, and you have to get the grade. You have to get the grade. Um, Another thing I would learn was probably works cited. Works cited destroyed my life in the first essay. Works cited is definitely important, and even the professor emphasized that part by making it 50% of the whole paper. Your works cited page is the most important part of the page. Everything else, the information you put down is also important, but the works cited shows pretty much that you're giving credit to who it's due, and it has to be perfect. It has to be correct and 100% right. So works cited is definitely something I've learned in English language. Number three is just putting all your best, putting everything that you can. Going to the writing center to get extra help, getting other people to proofread your essay, really important, and also checking and editing over and over again to make sure it's perfect. Because even the minor, teeny tiny grammar mistakes that you make can cost you a grade and can cost you some points that could, help you potentially get an A in that paper. So it's very important to make sure that you proofread your essay, ask questions to clarify, and last but not least, make sure your works cited page is perfect. My advice to the next English 101 class, do not be afraid of anything. Be able, share your opinion. English class is all about talking, writing, and researching and all that good stuff. So when you start English 101, do not be afraid to just let go and just talk and talk and talk and let your mind, put your mind into it, Be ready to try new accents, be ready to, talk about things that really affect the world today. Be ready to go out of your way and just be cool. I don't know what accent I'm doing right now, but it makes a lot of sense to me, and it probably will make a sense to one person out there. Amen. Okay? what am I going to take to my next class? Well, I'm going to take the fact that, I have this new accent that I don't know where it came from. And I'm also going to take the fact that, English is so awesome. And, just do more research because I definitely didn't do as much research as I could have done in English 101. So do more research, make sure that my work is done on time so I can have more than enough time to proofread my essays, to have other people proofread my essays, and to make sure that I got, good grades. I don't know what this accent is. What? Anyway, I love you English 101 class, and it's been a great time to be with all of you folks. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much, Professor Dr. Newman. Oh my God, what? And I love you.
What essay reflected your work as a writer, your best efforts as a writer? I would say the best essay I have ever written is the last one, which was the in class reflection, because it really reflected my work and it really reflected how I work under time restraint. So I think the last one really brought out the writer in me because I was able to, think a little bit about what I wanted to do. And since we got the assignment sheet a bit earlier, I was able to, read through the strategies that the professor suggested for us and, try and put that into consideration when I was trying to write my paper. So definitely the last one was a better shot at my writing skills. If I had known in September what I know now, I would get a better grade. Most especially because um, in September we learned a lot of things in terms of essays. I think we had 2 essays due in September, so it was definitely a very hectic month. But if I had known what I know in September, I would probably work harder, do more research, take more time in my essays, and probably make sure that I understood the ideas that I wanted to make in each essay, and maybe I would have had a better outcome than I did. Biggest challenge in writing would probably be the idea part, trying to arrange my ideas in a way that would work better for the essay, and just being able to know what exactly I wanted to do in each essay, because it was definitely challenging being able to relate to certain topics that we had. Would be like the civil rights movement and the 2 essays, I think essay 1 and 2. It was definitely hard trying to relate to that because I haven't lived here for that long. And secondly, I had knowledge about the civil rights movement and what African Americans had been through, but I couldn't relate to that personally because it hadn't happened to me. I didn't live here for as long, so it didn't happen to my mother or great grandmother or anything like that. So it was definitely hard for in that perspective. But being a writer, there are so many things that you have to, kind of research about and know about. Kind of put yourself in the place of the person who went through the situation. And I think that was one of the hardest things that I had to go through, to kind of put myself in that situation of, oh, if this happened to me, what would I do? So that was definitely hard. But my biggest success is definitely breaking through that and having more knowledge about those topics, and definitely being able to connect and find ways to relate to them personally as an African American, as an immigrant, and all that good stuff.